Imagine two engineers developing two different technologies. One designs a social media platform that keeps users endlessly scrolling through a feed carefully crafted for maximum engagement. I'm sure we've all been or are victims of this technology. The other helps plan a rocket launch facility that innovates but also increases environmental risks for nearby communities. Both engineers are solving technical problems, but the key question is who benefits and who pays the cost? In today's podcast, we'll explore how ethical engineering design requires consideration not only of technical performance, but also of social responsibility, environmental justice, and economic systems. Research in ethical design in social media shows that many platforms are intentionally designed to alter user behavior. Algorithms personalize content and create feedback loops that maximize engagement and profit. While these systems are technically impressive, studies demonstrate that they can lead to addictions and manipulation of user behavior. From an engineering perspective, this raises an important ethical question. Should engineers design systems that optimize engagement, even if they may negatively impact mental health or autonomy? The issue lies not only in the technology, but also in the values embedded in the design process. Engineers choose which metrics are important. If success is determined solely by profit or engagement, ethical consideration can easily be ignored. This is one of many examples of how engineering decisions impact social outcomes. To better understand these decisions, we can turn to Doughnut economics, which argues that economic systems must operate between two boundaries: a social foundation, where basic human needs are met, and an ecological ceiling, where environmental constraints are met. Traditional economic thinking often focuses on maximizing growth, but Doughnut economics suggests that progress should instead focus on human well being within planetary limits. For engineers, this perspective changes the way we evaluate success. A project cannot be truly successful if it generates profit but causes social and environmental harm. Instead, ethical engineering should strive to create systems that support society while protecting the planet. This ethical issues also arise in large infrastructure and technology projects. For example, research on environmental justice in space exploration shows that communities located near launch sites often face higher risk from noise, pollution, and emergency hazards. In the Rio Grande Valley, studies show that communities with higher poverty rates and limited resources are often more vulnerable to this risk. This underscores an important ethical principle. Technological process should not disproportionately harm already vulnerable populations. Therefore, engineers have a responsibility to consider risk distribution, community engagement, and long term environmental impacts, not just technical feasibility. The concept of design justice helps address these issues. Its principle is based on the assertion that communities affected by technology should have a voice in shaping it. Instead of designing for communities, engineers should consider designing with them. This approach shifts the balance of power in the design process and helps prevent the emergence of technology that unintentionally reinforce inequality. By incorporating diverse perspectives early in the design process, engineers can create fair and socially responsible solutions. As a future engineer, I notice how this idea has changed my understanding of professional responsibility. Engineering decisions are never purely technical, they impact social systems, environmental sustainability, and economic structures. For me, this means that ethical responsibility goes beyond compliance with regulations or safety standards. It requires actively asking difficult questions during this design process, such who benefits from this technology, who might be harmed, and how the design can be improved to serve society more fairly. Ultimately, ethical design means recognizing that every design choice has consequences, and as engineers, we're responsible not only for what we build, but also for the world our design creates.